here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
It's Mostert on 2nd down. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Alontae Taylor making the stop. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Smith on 3rd and short. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the gun, Smith. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They strike for 23 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. So the first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
That's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Diving right side. Got it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. One of the tight ends motioning left. First down, Smith to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Try and get that one to Brock Bowers. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll run with Mostert. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Offense in the hurry up here. Complete on the option. Touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now Rattler. On the move. Gets out, that's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And he gets to it in the end zone. This is going to be a touchdown. The Raiders capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first. Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points that won out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Throwing off the play fake here. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Blast through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They bring Olave in motion. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Throwing on 3rd and long. Olave with the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Gets a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Gabe to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Saints tie things up at 14. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Back to the air, it's Smith. Complete here to Bowers. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. And again, it's Smith. He connects downfield on fourth. There he goes, right sideline. He does it, touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Brock Bowers the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Throw right side, cut by Olave. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They're going play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Rattler. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Here's Rattler. This is complete to Olave. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Rattler to the air now. He brings it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Raiders got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Blitz coming for Smith. Big gain downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And that's a Vegas 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Smith on 1st down. This is hauled in by Myers. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Saints calling for a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. There he goes on the right side. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Motioning him from the slot right. Now Smith coming off that pick. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Justin Reed has the INT.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Play action on first down. He puts everything behind this one. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's back to throw. He's trying another one deep. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints will extend their lead as time expires in the half. Gay to add the extra point. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Into the hands of Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Throwing now from the gun. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing it again here. He's got Shaheed. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Wow, wide open here, complete. And he gets them down to the 9 before going out. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. from the red zone now. And that ball's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
They'll send him up the middle. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. First throw for the backup now. That's caught. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. That goes for 36 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. I think it's safe to say, Brock, this defense isn't just trying to defend a lead. They are trying to eliminate all doubts. And to that end, a big play to take that interception back for 6.
I think it's very easy for fans to see when an offense goes dormant and conservative and plays it safe. But defenses fight the same challenge, Cade, and kudos to that defensive coordinator. Don't be reckless, but this defense has earned the right to be aggressive.
Return starts at the 9. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
On 3rd down, here's O'Connell. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing a 4th down. Now the Raiders ready for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Begins his return at the 16. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return. Looked like he had a chance to break it, but still 29 yards on the return. And the Saints will get set to take over. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. Nice cut, headed to the sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints trying to end this before the final quarter. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On 1st down, O'Connell. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 10 now. O'Connell. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Here he is on 3rd and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Markers reset, ball at the 37. A give to Mostert out of the gun. And he gets him around 6 there. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. O'Connell here from the gun. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. That's Demario Davis. And the Saints get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to... Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Rattler. Dumps it off to his running back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Rattler back to throw. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not kick both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
3rd down from the gun. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. Oh, baby, Ron. This one has gotten well out of here.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. There'll be a lot of questions to be answered. going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He fires one deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
They'll motion a tight end left. Thrown again on 2nd down. O'Connell. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. Remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher? It just felt like their presence took up the entire field. And this linebacker today, well, he had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll go, it's Mostert. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down. So after we saw 4th down last snap, now we've got 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Rattler. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
To throw again on 2nd and 10. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Rattler to the air now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Can't go out of bounds and be the first one to touch it coming back in. As they say, that is an easy call. Not sure what possessed them to do this. It looks like they're lining up to punt inside the red zone. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Mostert gets it again here on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And those are the hurry-up offense here. Give on 3rd to Mostert. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 4 yards. They're going to say 4 on that carry. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. again with Mostert. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. Jukes out a 1-stop. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
3 yards to pick up that time, but we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Saints continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He'll take this at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run for Mostert, and he's brought down for a loss. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. It's Mostert on 2nd down. And he couldn't do a whole lot there. Minimal yardage picked up to the 27. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Going right back to Mostert. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. They'll try it right with Mostert. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.